We will be discussing, some critical issues related to the Horn of Africa. Let's start with the current and hottest issue, which is the Memorandum of Understanding between the Ethiopian government and Somaliland. How do you make of it?
Well, I'm a strong supporter of the deal. I think the deal is as logical as putting a hand into a glove. Ethiopia, for much of its 2,000 years of glorious history, has always had a port. Ethiopia had a navy. It's natural, but because of colonialism, because of certain geopolitical factors, Eritrea split off to become an independent country. Ethiopia lost its port, became the largest, most populous landlocked country in the world. But it had that history of a relationship with the sea. Somaliland, on the other hand, it's a very small country, but it's been a country now for decades. It's a very proud country. It gets almost no assistance from the international community. And Ethiopia being the most powerful nation in the Horn of Africa, Somaliland needed to make a deal with somebody like that, and Ethiopia needed a port. So it looks like, a very ideological deal from the point of view.
The deal, coming back to the interests of the United States, the U.S. has a national interest in the Horn of Africa and even in Ethiopia. What are these core national interests? We always hear this phrase, national interest. What's national interest for the U.S.? How is it impacting the rest of the world, especially Horn of Africa in particular?
You know what real estate salespeople say, that it's all about location, location, location.
Yes.
Let's be honest here again, looking after self-interest. The Horn of Africa is one of the most strategic locations in the world. Mm-hmm. People are getting that message now as the Houthis are firing missiles at ships in the Red Sea. Yes. And, the territory that surrounds there is one of the most historic and, one of the most significant substantive locations in the world. Middle East meets Africa, Mediterranean, up to Europe, tremendous raw materials, lots of potential, young population, relatively highly educated. You look at Sudan, you look at Ethiopia, you look at Somaliland, fairly high levels of education, very, very positive impacts of history on the people because they are nationalists. They want to move their countries forward. So, it has tremendous potential, both positive, stability, wealth, but also negative, instability, which would impact so many different areas.
So